Hi everyone, Jeremy Howard from Crew. Thanks for clicking in. I want to show you how you can use tools on the Crew website to find investment recommendations and structure an investment portfolio in fine wine. So how are we going to do that? Well, first of all, we're going to navigate to the Crew website. There's a link below if you don't have it bookmarked. And we're going to log in, which we're going to do from the top right hand corner. Once you're logged in, it's a good idea to just check your email preferences just to make sure you're getting all the research that you need. Specifically, make sure you've got this investment research tab ticked here to make sure you're getting the research that we're producing on a regular basis. If you're not getting offers from us at all, make sure you've added your email address here in the bottom and we'll make sure that you're on our list. So there are 4 ways that you can use the Crew site to help you with your fine wine investment. The first way is to use the research that we produce on a regular basis. We publish all of that here on the right hand side of the homepage. We've got a lot of individual recommendations. You see COS 16 here, Lafite 2018. And we've got a lot of thematic pieces too about what's going on in the market, trends that we've seen, all the kind of stuff that you're going to want to know. So make sure you're reading the research. There's a menu here at the bottom where you can see anything that you might have missed. So as you think about constructing your portfolio, you're going to want to have a core list of names to start with. And those we suggest should be really high quality long-term investments. And we've taken the trouble of establishing a list of those here under our global recommended list. Think about this as a kind of Dow Jones, if you like, for fine wine. So this is 20 to 30 of the very highest quality wines. These are going to be very long-term investments. These are AAA rated. Wines that are very unlikely to see a kind of diminution of demand, and these should really form the basis of any serious long-term investment portfolio in fine wine. So make sure you're having a look at those before you get started. And then as you get more into the detail of fine wine, you're going to want to think more about individual vintages, not just the names of producers. So we've got some tools to help you with that. Specifically, when you click into any wine, you can use this tab here called Value Comparison. Now this is a fairly simple analysis which just plots score against the price of a wine. But obviously the lower the price for the higher score is going to be more attractive. So if we look at the curve here for Lafite, and we're using the average of all critics, you can actually select your favorite critic and just look at their scores if you want to, but we tend to prefer using the average. So you can see here that we're going to want to focus our attention in these undervalued names here. So looking at 2019, that's looking really quite undervalued with an average critic score of 98 and a price per bottle very significantly below some of these wines of comparable quality. Now admittedly some of these wines are much older in aging, and so they should be trading at somewhat of a premium, but probably not as much as this. So just looking at this graph here, we'd be starting to think that 2019 was looking pretty interesting, 2016 looks undervalued as well, and then some of these other names further down the curve. So do use the value comparison when you're thinking about selecting your vintages in between producers. Then probably the most valuable tool that we use, and I use this on a daily basis, finding recommendations for myself, for my own portfolio, and for some of the portfolios that we're managing for clients, is the Investment Finder. So again, on the What to Buy menu, Investment Finder there. Now this brings in all of the wines that are available on Crew, so you can see there's a pretty big selection there to get started with. But the typical search for me will be for the highest quality names in any particular region which are looking undervalued. So for example, I might look at 98 points or above. I might want to only look at Wine Advocate ratings. I might be looking at Bordeaux as a region, and I'm going to want to look at the on the run contract, which is the 6-pack of 75 centilitres. And I'm going to want to see the cheapest ones first, so I'm going to select price low to start with. So when we click submit, it's going to bring in 159 fine wines that are matching the criteria that we've selected above, and crucially it's going to order those by lowest price first. So now we've got a list which shows us theoretically the most attractive wines at the top of the screen. So these wines at the top here, some familiar names, Ponte Cane 2019, a big favourite of ours. Anyway, these wines combine high wine advocate scores with the lowest price per case of 6 times 75 cl. And obviously from there we can click into these wines, perform some more analysis. But we find that this is a great starting point for looking for undervalued wines, for trade ideas, and for wines that are going to be very good long-term investments for clients. So I hope those are 4 useful suggestions for you for finding great fine wines to invest in. We are always here to help and assist. There are lots of details below in the comments section about screens that you can access. But best of luck with your fine wine investing. Yeah.